Alrighty-roo, first day of a new residency. It can be a really lonely vocation, writing, so these opportunities to be somewhere else and having the opportunity to just have in-chance conversations I find really nourishing, and residencies like this really suit me. For anyone that's wondering what a writing residency might look like, after having a chat with a few people, I sat down, starting with a bunch of research and also connecting with the Ethics Centre a little more deeply, going through their resources for beefing up your ethics toolkit and just immersing myself in that. In the lead up to today, I have been having various conversations with the Ethics Centre's philosophers and their ethicists, which has been really incredible to unpack the work with experts in their field. It's a lot of tricky questions that are getting lobbed at me, but something that I'm really enjoying figuring out exactly what this work is. Hoping to create the first draft of a new work. Working title at the moment is Better She Was Never Born, looking at the ethics of pronatalism, which is a political ideology that sort of states that the best thing we can do is have children, and particularly women are predominantly valued based on whether or not they are having babies. So unpacking that, understanding where it may have come from, how it may have served us in the past, and really deeply questioning whether or not that is a thing we want to continue to use to guide us going forward. So I started work on the draft script today. I had done a little bit of prep work whereby there were lots of fragments across various documents and books, and I started pulling them together a bit more today and shaping a story or a narrative that I think might be weaving its way through. My intention is not to really make it autobiographical, but a lot of the stuff that I'm trying to highlight is obviously really closely shaped by my personal thoughts and opinions and experiences in this place. I did spend a large chunk of it researching and sending off some emails to try and get in contact with other philosophers. As the idea is continuing to take shape and as more material is getting on the page, I'm really keen to talk to other academics who specialise in this area and can give me the facts and the stories that I really need to make this a well-rounded piece. This footage of me writing, I didn't write like this for very long. I honestly set up for about 15 minutes just to capture some footage so that I could talk over the top of it. I am actually writing a new section of the piece here, but I wasn't sitting on the stage for the entirety of my day. While I was in today, I also made an appointment with the Ethics Centre marketing coordinator to talk about all things social media and what it might look like for an artist to create a social media presence, but not necessarily one that relies on content creation. That was really fantastic because it was my intention to start sharing little bits of this work online as part of my Instagram account, and I found myself really hesitant to go and do that because out of context, some of the fragments that I'm writing I think would come across as quite inflammatory, which in the context of a much larger piece of writing, I think when you have those guardrails around it, it provokes thoughts and it provokes conversations. But when you put it in the context of a shareable social media post, I think things can get out of control really quickly. At least that's what I was worried about. And not necessarily wanting to shy away from difficult conversations, but I have no interest in spending a huge amount of time online in those sort of conversations. That doesn't feel fruitful to the work, and I was wondering how best to navigate that. The marketing coordinator is fantastic. They really know their stuff, and they were able to lay out for me some sort of guardrails to just help me investigate why I was feeling compelled to share stuff on social media, and encouraged me more in the vein of talking about the process, the challenges of maybe having these difficult conversations. I'm really looking forward to sharing more about this work being made and how I am engaging with an ethical conversation that can be really divisive at times, but ultimately I think is a super important one for everyone to be having. All right, see you next time.